everybody, I'm Dan. Welcome to DroneTastic. Topic for today is using your Mobius cam as an FPV cam. Something I wasn't aware that could be done until probably about a week ago, after talking with a friend of mine who does some spectacular YouTube videos, some aerial shots flying around in this very mountainous country. It's beautiful, beautiful stuff. Anyway, I went out and I grabbed some stuff and I wanted to show you how to make it happen. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is get our Mobius cam. There she is right there. To do this, you'll need one of these. It can be either the fisheye or the standard lens, which is what I'm filming with. You're going to want to get an immersion RC transmitter. This video transmitter is 600 milliwatts. Has a couple of looks like just standard pin style connectors. Those are the pins we're going to be using to plug everything into. So we'll get to that in just a second. This transmitter comes with a power cable for providing power to the transmitter and a signal wire cable. Essentially, this is what you would use to hook up to whatever connectors you needed on the other end to build a custom plug for whatever camera you might have or whatever you're soldering down to. There may be some other ways to do this. I'm only aware of this Mobius cam method here. And then the other piece you'll need is the cable. I found this on Hobby King specifically for the Mobius cam for FPV because it does video out. This was $1. I think this is $24.99. So by the time I was done for $25, I can now do FPV on anything I want with this Mobius cam, and I don't need to go get anything else. So let me show you how it all goes together. All right, we mentioned this was power, and we're going to come over here, and there's this ground battery side. There's a black wire is ground, the red wire is your battery power. And you plug that in like so, and that's where your power is going to come in to power this whole scenario. The next thing we do is we take these ends from the special cable for the Mobius, and this obviously plugs into the back. When I can do that now, in fact, this just plugs into the back like so. And then there's specific pinouts on here for what we need. 5 volts out is going to be the red connector. So you find the red wire, you line it up with that pin in there, and that one's in. And then ground, of course, again is black. And we get that in on that pin for ground. And then white is for audio, but we're not gonna use that in this case. And video is yellow, so I'm plugging the yellow cable, as you can see here, into the transmitter. Okay, now that's really all there is to it. And now all we have to do is provide power to the main deal. And now they're using a little Dean's connector, and I happen to have these from my QX, my 200 QX. Yeah, that's what that's from. Anyway, it's an 800 milliamp hour battery. This transmitter draws 300 milliamps, so you probably get about 2 hours of runtime on it. And to make things interesting, I'm going to take my battery tester here that I like to use. This will start telling me what's going on. There's voltages and all that good stuff. Okay. I'm going to put that up on its side here so that the camera can see it. And if it doesn't, we'll see it. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is plug in the Dean's connector. Power goes to the transmitter. The transmitter hits the camera up. You can see the camera is starting to do its thing. And there I am in the screen on the back end, showing me the voltage meter. Now, of course, I have my finger on the lens, and I can see some smearing on there, so I have to clean that off. But that's pretty much all it takes. So now you don't have to go flying with a bunch of extra equipment for FPV. If you intend on recording your session, you can use your Mobius Cam to also provide you FPV if that's the way you choose to fly for that flight. One caveat to this is that the camera has a built-in timeout on it, so I haven't tested it yet, and some people have suggested in the software where you configure this camera, you make the change so that it doesn't turn off automatically, and this will prevent it from turning off while you're FPVing, which of course is bad. The other way around this is to start recording, and if you start recording while you're performing FPV, obviously it won't turn off while you're flying around. Okay, so for $25, you can't really go wrong. This is a really great thing here. I've got a couple of pairs of goggles, and now I can actually do FPV with my Mini Apprentice or my Wing if I can find a place to get all this stuff on here. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. So this was for the benefit of those who have these Mobius cams and want to get into FPV and don't want to break the bank doing it. Well, here's a way to get there. Thanks for your time, and I hope to see you again soon.